Hey everyone, welcome back to Outpost Gray, a YouTube channel designed to provide you the most up-to-date information in the cybersecurity and innovation space to help you on your journey. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you like and subscribe and you share this video with others. So mentor versus mentee. What do those roles really mean? That was a question that I used to ask myself because as a mentee, it wasn't even clear to me. And some mentors aren't even sure of what their role is. So what I want to do is demystify what it is to be a mentee versus a mentor. And I'm going to do it by sharing an excerpt from our book, the Cybersecurity Career Master Plan. And we have this section in chapter 9 of the book where we go over what does a mentor-mentee relationship look like. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm so excited to dig into the mentor-mentee relationship with you guys. I've been very fortunate that I have had a few people reach out to me and ask me to be their mentors. And I would typically say yes right away without too many caveats. But something that I've started to realize is that the mentees are not entirely sure of what their role looks like as a mentee. So what I decided to do with any individual that now reaches out to me and wants to be a mentee and have me as their mentor, I actually share this document with them to allow them time to kind of read through it and understand what their expectations are as a mentee. So what I'm going to do is go through this. I'm going to skim this article with you. This is actually, I've created it into an article, but it's actually an excerpt from our book called the Cybersecurity Career Master Plan. So in this section, what we talk about is learning about the mentor-mentee relationship. The first thing I want to say is the mentor-mentee relationship is symbiotic. It's not parasitic. What I mean by that is it is a give on both sides. However, when we go through this, you're going to see that the mentee is going to be putting in more effort in certain areas than the mentor will be. But we still, as a mentor, I still learn a great deal from you. And that's what I love about the relationship is as you grow and mature and the things that you go through and the challenges that you experience, I'm also learning from you. So the first thing that we teach you is really first, let's explain the difference between these two. And the mentee is just somebody that's in a learning place, in a position to learn and grow. And that mentor is somebody that maybe is a few years ahead of you, either by, and it doesn't have to be age. It could be career-wise is ahead of you, or it could be age. I have mentors in my life that are younger than me. And it's because they've been in a field for maybe 5 or 6 years longer than me. I'm going to definitely reach out to them and talk to them. So age is not a depiction of somebody being your mentor versus your mentee. Now, the relationships defined. In here, what we do is we're talking about you can seek out a mentor for a very specific, say, niche right here, specific skill. Or it could be a mentor for a short-term, long-term relationship. And what this means is there are different types of mentors that you're going to have in your life. I have a few mentors that are lifelong. A way to think about this is a reason, season, and a lifetime. I love this statement because it resonates with so many different things that you have in your life, but really relationships. You're going to have mentors in your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. So a reason could be you have a mentor to assist you with passing Security Plus. And so this is an individual maybe just recently passed it, or maybe they teach Security Plus at a university or something like that, and they're assisting you to get through that. So that's your reason. A season could be you have a mentor because you're in a specific career, cybersecurity, specifically pen testing, and there's somebody that's an expert in that field. But maybe you decide to pivot and you go into GRC, government risk and compliance. Well, if you do that, you may not be using that same mentor. They may still be in your life, but they're just not going to have the same impact. And a lifetime mentor is somebody that, for me, it is an older individual that has been in the small business entrepreneur space for a long time. The reason I have this person in my life is because they've been a successful business over 5 times over. They know the pitfalls. And so everything that I have done in my life as a small business owner, my career moves, everything have been to get me back into being a small business owner. And so that is a lifelong journey of mine, is being an entrepreneur, being a business owner. As a woman, you may have a mentor in your life for motherhood, to assist you as motherhood. You're always going to be a mother when you have a child. So that's somebody in your life for a long-term thing. And for the males, it might be a male figure. Maybe you didn't have a really good father in your life, so you've got now a mentor who replaced that person in your life. So that's your lifelong mentor. And that's always been my 3 primary, though: season, reason, and a lifetime. Now, for accountability, this is a critical element. It actually says here, critical element of the mentor-mentee relationship, because there is accountability and it's on both parties. So for example, maybe that there could be accountability for the mentee to provide a resume to the mentor. I'm going to review your resume and I'm going to give it back to you. So there's accountability that you get me your updated resume, and then there's accountability for me to get it back to you in a reasonable time. That is critical. Otherwise, the relationship is not going to move forward if you don't have that accountability and that communication back and forth. And one of the things that we mentioned in here is about SMART goals, SMART goal framework. If you're not familiar with that, I'll put the information below. It's a great tool to utilize to help you strategize and figure out what goals and where you want to be in your life. And then putting in the work. A lot of times, this is the area where we actually talk about like the 80%, the 80-20 rule. You as a mentee will need to put in close to 80% of the work. Why is that? Because this is your journey. We are here to help guide you, but we cannot guide you if you don't come with a general roadmap of where you want to go. I think what happens, or what I have seen, and even from my own personal side, before I understood what the mentee relationship was supposed to be about, is I would come in and I would just like plop down and be like, cool, you're my mentor. Show me all the things, get the crystal ball, do some great things. Show me, teach me. What you need to do before you meet with any mentor that you are seeking for them to be your mentor, sit down and create a plan. What is your goal of meeting with this individual? Why do you want them as a mentor? What are you trying to achieve? Why do you think that this person is the best person to have as a mentor to guide you to this? And that's, again, going back to the SMART goal framework. What is that goal? And tell them, this is my goal. My goal, for example, not only to get a job, but to move into like manager position within the next 3 to 5 years. Here are the certifications. Here's the education that I have, and here's the experience. And this is the job that I'm currently in. What is your advice that you could provide me to get to this goal? Like that's the type of thing. And then they can start asking you questions about what you're doing, what your next steps are for your education. Do you want to stay at that current business? Are you wanting upward mobility in that company? Are you willing to like open it up and explore different areas? Objective and constructive conversations. This is really important. So if you're a mentee with me, I'm going to shoot it straight with you. It's partly my military background as well. I've learned a lot of empathy leaving the military, and I've also learned to have feelings, which has been a great thing for me, but I'm still very direct, especially when I have a mentor or mentee that is really striving for a specific goal, and I see that they're not focusing, or they've told me they're going to enroll and they're going to enroll in their Security Plus training. And 2 weeks later, we meet up and they're kind of him-hawing me. Well, I might let you go for like one time doing that. But if by the second or third meeting, if you still have not accomplished one of the tasks that you told me that you were going to accomplish, I'm going to have a very objective, not subjective, an objective and constructive conversation with you and talk to you about it and understand, why are you not hitting this goal? Are you overworked? Is this not a passion of yours? There's obviously something that's restricting you from doing that, moving forward in that. And so that would be an area that we would need to figure that out, but you can't do that without being candor. That comes on both sides. So I'm your mentor. I haven't given you your resume back. You need to come and have an objective, constructive conversation with me and say, there's been some things that you said you would follow through with and you haven't. And that's that relationship. Again, it's symbiotic. It goes both ways. At the end of this, we talk about just finding a mentor. What is the best way of finding a mentor? And in this article, it talks about finding them organically, naturally. And some of the ways that I have found mentors, most of mine have been within a space I enjoy, either entrepreneurship, small business, or cybersecurity. And it has been very natural. It's been something where I've started to work with the person, like help them on things on the side. And the next thing you know, there actually hasn't been ever like, hey, will you be my mentor conversation? Now, I had those in the past. Nowadays, for me, it has just turned into I reach out to them naturally for advice and they give it to me, and I consider them mentors. Mentors, friends, colleagues is where a lot of people fall into my life. So I would tell you, if you reach out to somebody, make sure that you have an intent. You know exactly what you're wanting from that mentor and why you're reaching out to them. And then understand, why do you want that individual? They struck something inside of you. Be able to understand and clearly articulate that with them. And then again, roadmap, have a goal, and then go for it. If you don't have a mentor in your life right now, I would encourage you to find somebody, reach out to somebody and ask them. If you don't ask, you don't know. So reach out, find somebody, get a mentor in your life. And I'm excited. Let me know how it goes. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you, let me know by posting a comment below or DMing me on my LinkedIn. You can find me on LinkedIn just by going and using my name, Jax Scott, or you can go to my business page at Outpost Gray. Thank you guys for your continued support. I love it. I'm so thankful. Make sure you like, subscribe, and you share this out with others. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.